You're live. Duh.
No, I just push this button for the heck of it.
Yeah, there you go. All right. I'm gonna try it. I don't know if my voice is gonna go in and out or not, but if you got earplugs in, take them out. I hope everybody has had a good hump day today. Damn, that was short, wasn't it? And Grape Jams, I did see your premiere today, just a few minutes ago. And it's kind of got me thinking about a little bit of things. I saw a video a while back ago. You could take pinto beans. There's a certain way to do it. Right out of the bag, off the shelf from a grocery store. And you can grow pintos in your garden out there.
Yeah, the first year. The only issue with that is getting seeds from them to grow the next year.
Really?
Yeah, so sometimes there
Hitting
are there's produce that you get that it'll grow or it won't produce any fruit, or it'll grow and produce fruit, but the seeds will be that you get from it aren't any good.
Huh.
They put something in there to where the seeds aren't won't germinate when you save them.
Okay.
That's why I always suggest getting a good seed, not the GMO crap. There are people that swear by the GMO stuff and saying, "Oh, it cuts down this and cuts down that," but when you have
Well, good.
heirlooms that are when you grow, we'll say a tomato plant, if you have a heirloom that you grow, it can be some some of the plants will can get sick by viruses, and bugs will attack it and stuff like that. But like I said, there are things that you plant next to it that will deter those things. And if you take care of the plant, it's less chance it'll get them diseases. And so you don't need the GMO crap.
Well, now I'm sort of like this right here, and this is the way I've always planted my garden. Yeah, I'll go out there and I'll till the ground up, and I'm talking about a deep till. Not no 5 or 6 inches. Hell, I'll probably go about 2 foot deep.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I till.
depending on your soils.
Right now, I had black soil, good rich soil. The people that lived here before I did raised goats and a few heads of cow, like about one or two, not that many.
Yeah,
And I'll go out there, I'll plant my seeds, the way they're supposed to be planted. I have never put fertilizer down. I've never put seven dust down or anything like that.
I don't touch seven dusts. It's I
The
would rather lose the plant to a bug than eat something that come from seven dust.
okay. But the only thing I have planted in my garden other than seeds is a sprinkler. That's it. And I go out there late afternoon as the sun's going down. I'll turn the sprinkler on. I'll
Yeah,
soak the ground, period. Soak it. Now, coming up, I was always told you never water a garden in the morning because the sun somehow or another would do it harm. I can't think of the word I'm talking about.
well,
But
I don't know if it's it does get hot in your area, but It all depends on your area too, because if you water in the morning, it has all that moisture heats up really quick.
Right.
It can do damage to your plants, and especially if you've got a lot of moisture on the plants. That you get a good hot day and it's like a sauna.
Well, now I know the during the summertime, okay, our humidity in our area reaches 100 degrees, and that's usually before lunchtime. And that's one of the reasons, I don't like watering in the morning. Like I said, I'll go out there late evening and I'll leave the sprinklers on, what, about an hour. And if I don't forget, a couple of hours. Yeah. But, like it, I'll go out there and I'll cut them off. And on up until the plants are coming up out of the ground good. I ain't talking about no little sprouts. All right. But now if it starts let's say where it looks like it's starting to dry out a little bit, hey, I'll turn the sprinklers back on again and I'll go for it.
Yeah,
Like,
I always watered it. Always water at nighttime.
yeah. And I'm going to do an experiment this year. I seen it for the first time last year. And I think for the very first time, I'm kind of going to video what I do. I'll tell you about it in the back room and let you tell me if that's a good idea or not. But if it turns out pretty good, hey, I'll have some extra vegetables, a little bit more than I wanted. But I am going to try the pintos this year and try that.
Well, you ought to do the Vineyard Chicks challenge.
Well, see, the bad thing about me is I don't want to take up a challenge and fail.
Well, who cares?
I do, because I won't be able to get nothing to eat out of it if I fail.
Yeah, but you get more, even if you fail, the failing is learning something. Even if you've never, like the kidney beans, if you've never grown kidney beans before and you fail, you learn not to do that. And then you can make a video telling people, this is what I did and it didn't turn out. And then it teaches somebody else something.
Okay. Seeing as how you said it like that.
And I hate to say it this way because it seems bad, but a lot of times I don't dislike failure because a lot of times you learn from those things. I mean, look at Michael Jordan, and he even says he wouldn't be the person, the best basketball player ever. He doesn't say that, but others do. He wouldn't be the person he is without failing. He used to suck at free throw. He used to suck at this and whatever. And he got better from that. And that's what it's for. That's what failures are for, to learn from.
Well, let me back up and rephrase that. I don't mind failing. I just hate to fail in public. If I fail, then that's fine. That's me. But if I get up there in front of quite a few people and I fail, then I kind of feel like a heel a little bit.
Yeah, but you instead of feeling bad about it, turn it around as a positive. Like I said, I did this and it didn't turn out. And next time I'll learn from that and do it another way. And if you're growing whatever the plant is and you do this, then this is what not to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know exactly what you say.
And sometimes you can plant something and you can plant a perfect way and it just don't do anything. There are times because I've just tomatoes. Last year I heard a lot of people having trouble with tomatoes.
And I was one of them.
My tomatoes went nuts and I really didn't do much with them. I do the same thing that I always do, except for this year, or I should say last year, rabbit poop did wonders. And I did put fertilizer 10 at the beginning. And then I did find out about my buckets because I raised them up off the ground. I had to fertilize them a lot more because it just ran out the bottom.
Huh.
And I learned from that.
Well, I guess what I'm gonna have to do is just flat out suck it up, swallow my pride a little bit, and just do it.
Yeah.
You know, if I fail, I fail. If I succeed, oh heck yes. You know. But and I'm gonna be straight up. There's a lot of good people in chat, including yourself. I can get good advice from. You know, all I got to do is just say, look, I'm having a problem with this or that and everything, you know. But I've just got I hate mentioning okay, okra. If anybody's plant okra before, they know that's one of the hardest plants to grow.
I'll give you a good tip for okra. Get good seeds.
Well, now I went to a hardware store a couple of years ago and I bought, what was it? I'm going to say probably a pound and a half of okra seeds. He scooped them out and put them in a bag, weighed them up and everything. And dude, I'm going to tell you, I had about a quarter of a bag of okra seeds. I planted, 20, give or take, 20 seeds. Okay. Now, there's just me and the wife. Okay. You get a lot of okra off of one plant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A lot.
That's the reason I didn't plant that many. But the point of the matter is, nothing came up. The exact same seeds I did the following year. I said to myself, well, nothing come up last year. Let me try a few more. And yeah, seriously, yeah, I didn't put them in as deep. I put them in, let's say, a half an inch. Okay, the first ones I put in about an inch deep. Still, nothing came up the following year. And I said, all right, something ain't right here. And half the season, it wasn't even gone yet. So I'm sitting there. I've got certain little pots that I put these, my stuff in. And I planted, I think it was about 30 some seeds. Still, nothing come up.
You know what that means?
That means the seeds were bad.
Exactly. And that's what I mean about the seeds. There are some seeds that just will last and last and last. And there are some that can go bad.
Yeah.
And how old were the seeds when you bought them?
That I was asked the same question by Roy. I
Yeah.
cannot tell you how old them seeds were.
Yeah, and they won't tell you at the hardware store.
No, they just take your money.
Those could be like 20 years old seeds, and he just keeps them. He sells them every year.
Yeah.
That's why for okra you have to have good seeds. I don't know what it is. Even the seeds I harvest, and I've got them in jars, and they're airtight, and there's no moisture in them or anything. And if I don't plant them within 2 years, then they're no good.
Okay. Answer this right here. Let me figure something out to. Okay, cantaloupe. Have you grown cantaloupe before?
Yeah.
No. Let me back up. Let's go squash. Okay. Now I do know in order to grow squash and to get seeds from a squash, you have to let it. Oh, I'm gonna say damn, just about rot on the vine before you pick it and
Yeah.
pull the seeds out.
Yeah. Dependent on the squash.
Okay, I'm gonna say crookneck squash. Okay, if you know what I'm talking about.
There's
Now,
a few varieties of crookneck ones.
no, okay. Now, uh, I'm gonna say when we first started in 2019, and I'm learning a bunch of this stuff. I took one plant and I let the whole plant do that. Believe it or
Mhm.
not, I cut
Yeah.
one or two off. I split it right down right down the middle. I got me some screen. I put it on top of the well house and covered it up with other screen. I spreaded my seeds out where none of them touched, but they dried out. I let them stay out there. I'm gonna say 3, 4 weeks, give or take. I get them. I put them in a jar, and it look as time went on, it looked like the seeds were sweating.
Yeah.
Somebody she
There's still moisture, and that's the video I did, and everybody says it's is I go overboard with the video because I put them in even the packs of seeds, and a lot of the packs of seeds were seeds that I haven't used or anything. But you put
okay.
them in a jar, and instead of oxygen absorbers, because I'm not a fan of those too much because half of them don't work. Um, but I put rice in there,
To
a
drop
couple tablespoons of rice in there. I seal it up, and I use a vacuum sealer to suck the air out of it. All the air being gone, that rice will suck all the moisture out of the seeds to where you won't get any rot, and they last. It doubles the life of seeds.
Now, see that I've never heard. Okay, I've never heard of putting rice in with the seeds to suck the moisture out, but I do know rice will suck moisture out.
Yeah.
Like yeah. Now, another question. You got a handful of squash seeds. Can you throw it in the microwave and dry them out like
No,
that?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard people using a dehydrator and stuff, but you're basically because all a dehydrator is just a low oven, and you're basically cooking the seed. You kind of want to let it do its own thing and dry out itself.
Okay. Okay.
Now
See,
I
I've,
got a
I've heard.
thing. thing from Amazon that hangs up, and it has different shelves in it,
Right.
and the whole thing is made out of screen. So you unzip one
I got
spot and you put your seeds in there, and then put seeds on the other shelf and so forth. And you hang it up because the squirrels won't be able to get to it or anything,
you
and
hear
just let the
that?
air do it. Huh?
You hear that? Dude, that's a couple of heavy helicopters flying over.
Oh,
Not lifelike. But well, now see, I've heard people put them in dehydrators and microwaves. The first thing that comes to my mind is you're cooking it from the inside out. And you just said the same thing. That's mainly what is happening. And I guess the best way to do it is like you said, and I kind of mentioned it. Put them between two screens and let them dry out like that.
yeah.
But I did not know, again, I did not know about putting rice in it. And my vacuum sealer, a Walmart special, needs to go in the trash. Plain and simple. Now, it lasted good for 2 years. Don't get me wrong. But now, I believe a ladybug could survive in that thing.
Well, the one guy I watch, and yes, I'm going to hear it. TikTok. He's an actor, and he's pretty much been blackballed by Hollywood because he believes in God. That type of thing.
Okay.
Um, he was the guy, NCIS, Louisiana. He was one that's from Louisiana.
I know who you're talking about.
He also did the football, Friday night football, I think it was.
Okay.
Um, anyways, he comes on every once in a while, and he reads the Bible and some other stuff, and he's teaching his kids how to field dress things and so forth, and he's making beef jerky, and he says, what I do, how do I make my beef jerky? And he goes over and he says, this is a Walmart special. He said, this cost about 20 years ago, this cost me $20, and I still have it, and I still make beef jerky out of it every year.
Now, I will admit, my dehydrator I got from Walmart is pretty good. It's just my
The lids are warped, or not the lids, but the trays.
it's huh. Now I broke down and bought me some old cellophane mats to go on my dehydrator because I was going to try to dehydrate eggs and everything, like that. And
Yeah.
after I bought those, I said, well, let me do a little bit more investigating on this right here. And it seemed like everybody I saw who dehydrated eggs is saying, stay away from it.
Yeah. It's I like I said, I never liked because it changes the color of them.
Right. Well, my opinion right now would be to freeze dry. But there's a catch to that freeze drying. I
Yeah,
don't have
life of Bobby. That's the guy I was talking about. Yeah.
okay. But a freeze dryer, there's no way I'm in a position unless I win a lottery that I can afford a freeze dryer.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
food's so expensive. It's like the
I think,
only way, because you know how like you make chili and then you can half of it.
yeah.
Instead of doing that, you would, because right now food's expensive. It's really hard. It's really hard uh, to put food back right now, and that would be the only way. You would make big batches, extra
Yeah.
size batches, and then freeze dry what's left over.
You know, my budget, I could go to Walmart, I could go to Food Line or whatever, and I could buy a couple of weeks up to a month's worth of groceries at one time. Now I'm lucky if I can go to Dollar Tree and buy a week's worth of groceries on what the government gives me. And yeah, they keep telling you, you see commercials. The government is giving so much money, for certain type of people, but you cannot be on Medicaid or Medicare. And from what I've seen, ain't none of them in a red state.
And I've got something for something that YouTube is doing right now. I was going to tell you this earlier, but YouTube is punishing these people that are using ad block.
Using what?
Ad block. It basically blocks ads, so you don't have to watch ads when you're watching YouTube. So what they're doing is they're actually messing with your computer. So every time you load up YouTube and you have a ad block on there, they're increasing the memory that is used to use to view YouTube. They're
I don't
increasing.
know.
They're slowing your computer down to where you're going to start running ads instead of using ad blocker.
I don't have not one ad block on my computer.
Well, I'm just saying those who use ad blocker,
Yeah.
they are increasing the memory use of to the browser to use the ad blockers. So they're punishing people right now for using ad blockers. I thought it was funny because that's I don't want to say anything bad about YouTube, but that's technically it's on the verge of hacking people's computers, because when it triggers something within your computer, that's technically hacking. Now, I don't know how I'm sure there's something in the terms of service that they hit in there, but that they can get away with this.
Now, Barry J says you are correct. Have ad block, can't watch a lot of his news stories or videos. But it sounds like to me somebody needs to come up with another form of service other than just one.
Well, there's been many who have tried, and it's still it's like World of Warcraft. There's been many of MMOs out there that claim it's the next World of Warcraft,
Right?
But yet, they never overpass what World of Warcraft has done, which is a game, but still,
Yeah.
they had Their lowest year, I think, they have 6 million people playing at one time.
Really?
Now it costs $15 a month. So add that up.
That's more than
Tell
what
me that they can't make any money with video games.
Well, see, the vineyard chicks do the exact same thing I do. I hit the skip button when the ads come on. And I've also noticed something else too here in the last few days. Seems like they're starting to put more ads up instead of just 2 or 3.
Well, see, that's the thing. And this is a company that's figured this out, and they've done massive testing on it and stuff like that. They have
Rob,
there are and this is for those people that have 20 million subscribers and all that stuff. There are commercial breaks, in between when you're watching it, and there's unskippable ones. They have recorded this, and there are, on some of these videos, it's 10 unskippable ads during a single commercial break.
Really?
Yeah, and it was actually, and this is I don't know if I should give them their it's pretty much public knowledge by now. It's 9 to 10 Google, or 9 to 5 Google. Yeah, 9 to 5 Google.
Huh.
But like I said, if you're enabling ad block, it'll cause your CPU usage to increase by 17%.
I'm be darned.
Yep.
Now, Robert, my computer ain't but 2, maybe 3 years old. That's it. Now I do got one back in the 90s. Hell, it's still got the DVD player built in.
And again, I made a video on how to remove that little action heart thing that sets in everybody's chat. It makes things worse with YouTube. I'll put it that way. If you have to turn that thing off.
Oh, darn.
Every since that they've enabled that, it slows down people's chats, and it actually records things.
Huh.
It keeps track of, like, we're sitting here talking now. If somebody mentioned that they needed to buy a new dehydrator, they're going to start seeing ads about dehydrators.
Okay. I know where you went with that one.
Yeah.
Well, I've got one in mind. It's less than $200, but not dehydrator, vacuum seal.
Oh.
But I will admit, it damn sure ain't no Walmart special. But it's like I said, it's less than $200. But the point of the matter is, I got to figure out some way to come up with the money to get it.
Yeah. I did a test on
hello, Bigfoot.
That little thing, that action thing over there, and my views I actually got added to search engines, which is very rare for me, uh, on my videos when I didn't have that on a Premiere. Because you can remove it on Premieres too, because it'll actually be there on a Premiere. Because Premieres are kind of like a live, so as long as there are chat things there. But I have noticed that not only on this channel, on my other channel when I go live, my views have went higher when I took that thing off, because it tracks you, and then after it determines what kind of content you're having or conversations you're having if they put it on searches afterwards.
So, in other words, they're playing like the government. They're spying on us.
Oh, they've been doing that since
They
YouTube
were.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just gotten worse here, let's say in the last 2-3 years. Hint, hint.
Well, I'm not going to say that it has anything to do with government, but it does have a lot of stuff with money. They want to make money, and any way they can figure out a way to make more of it, which how they make money is ads.
Well, now I'm all for making money. Don't get me wrong with that. Okay. I mean, if you got a business, that's how you stay in business. But I don't think you need to steal everybody's content who gets up on something, and then hold it for certain people. I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
But then again, if you've got certain people talking certain ways, then it's possible. Man, me and you and everybody up in here knows the web, the World Wide Web, has got some deep, dark spots in it that should not be there. We all know that. I think that needs to be eliminated. And something else I think needs to be eliminated too. If you've got rules, then those rules need to apply for everyone, not just certain people.
Yeah. And I've actually had my strikes overturned because of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I got in trouble for playing a video that came from YouTube. And I said, well, how is that video up? And I get a strike for playing the video on YouTube from a video on YouTube.
I remember you talking about that a while back ago.
Yeah.
And then you got a strike because the car going down the road playing music.
Well, not a strike, but
warning.
Yeah, had to remove ad thing or monetization.
What life? It's National Pie Pie Day. Make sure you eat your greens. Really. But you made. I was griping a little bit a while back ago about cooking. I wasn't comfortable cooking, a lot. And you had mentioned go ahead and chop everything up and get everything together. I think I'm going to do a video of cooking something. I'm going to try it one time and see how that works out.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. And it's YouTube. So because if you cut things up, oh, your knife skills are horrible. That's not how you cut an onion. You you get 30 people telling you how wrong you're doing it instead
Don't
of
cut.
learning how to cook.
You know, I cut the way I want to cut. Let's say an onion. If you don't like the way I cut the onion, then there's the exit button. Bye. Plain and
Yeah,
simple.
a lot of times I'll cringe at somebody, but I don't say, "Oh, they're doing it wrong." That's like, as long as they didn't cut themselves, that's all that matters.
Well, see, look, here in the last year, I'm having to do things different than I normally have been doing. Right now, it works for me. I still got 10 fingers.
Yeah,
Okay. So what works for me may not work for you. You know, if you don't like the way I do it, keep your mouth shut. You keep your fingers off the keyboards. You know, I mean, I'm cooking it in my house.
and
If you do it, then you do it the way you want to in your house.
yeah, and like you said that when the vineyard chicks were making your cheeseburger soup,
Right.
you said you learned something new.
I did. I really did.
That's the point right there. It shouldn't be how different they did it or anything like that. It's you learn something.
But I still got to try it. You know,
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet, but next time I cook it, I'm going to try it like that and see, you know, if it tastes better than mine. And which the way they done it and the way they explained it, chances are it's going to put mine to shame.
Well, it is true. It's and if you watch uh, uh, them old Italian women making sauce, they don't start with one way or the other. They start with olive oil and they put the onions and the garlic in there. They cook that stuff first. That way,
Exactly.
that once that the flavors of that stuff opens up, it goes into it. Then you add the tomatoes and whatnot, and that's what makes the sauce. And that's how I learned. I learned from an old Italian lady.
Well, now, yesterday, well, I'm gonna drop the name of the channel. Okay, the name of the channel is called "Come and Sit at My Table." That's the name of it. And I mean, me and the wife, been watching it. Oh God, for the last what 6, 8 months. There is quite a few recipes we done tried that he's done. And he done one, it's corn chowder or something
Corn
like
chowder with bacon.
Yeah, corn chowder with bacon in
Oh, there's Dixie. Hi, Dixie.
Hey,
it.
how are you?
And she cooked it yesterday. Dude,
Here.
I'm gonna tell you
What's
what,
today?
Tomatoes,
it's
it's
good.
a
It
beautiful.
really
Wow.
is.
Beautiful.
How many
It's worth-
bushels you got?
20.
20 bushels.
It's all washed. We put them in a pot. This is the pot. It's already cooked. It's
Beautiful.
coming out. Then we put more bushes in. The next step, I squish a little bit. Look,
Ooh, you're strong. Why do we squish it, Nonna?
the
Why?
water comes out.
Ah, we just want the sauce, not the water. I'm glad you're
so
doing it
nice.
this year. You're strong this year.
Yeah.
You feel good. What's the bottom look like? Oh my God.
This is a memory for me. My brother made.
Yeah, it's been in the family a long time, right? And now
It
we
must
drain
have
it a
been,
little
look,
bit.
look. See the water?
Yeah, wow.
It's
Good
big.
God.
Ah, boom. The first
See,
one. Now it's time to pass. All right, Nonna.
Did you look at the sauce? Oh my God.
It's coming beautiful. Look at this. I never seen you so happy. You're smiling. Look at you. So second pass now, right?
Okay.
Now we do the skin. Make sure we get all the sauce out.
Yes. See if it comes out more. Yeah.
Nice and thick.
Ah.
Hold
so
on.
so fast.
So we do 3. This is the last one.
It's still coming out.
Still coming out, yeah.
My God, I guess the mama daughter
We're
was
gonna have a lot of sauce this year. You don't like it?
It's too thick.
Let's throw it away.
Leave it.
All right, no, we passed it. We made the sauce. Wow.
Look how pretty.
All
Oh,
right.
my God.
It's a lot of sauce.
Now put the
Yeah.
salt first.
Okay, here you go.
Don't say it's too much because it's a lot of sauce.
Oh, there's the basil. All right, now we gotta boil it, right?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think? Perfect or more?
No, I need the more salt.
Go ahead. A little bit more.
A little bit.
On?
Done. It's
All
good.
right.
Put them in a jar now.
The first jar. Wow, no. How many jars you think you're gonna have this year?
240.
240. Okay. Hey, Nonna, are we all done for today?
We're all done.
All
Look
right.
how beautiful, Antonio.
Let me
Look.
see.
Look how money. Look how much.
How many we got this year now, Nonna?
300.
300.
300.
Well, we gotta eat pasta every day for 300 days.
Yes.
Till
One
next
a
year.
day.
One a day almost.
Give us some to it.
Yeah, to the family, right?
Beautiful.
All right, good job.
Beautiful.
Dude, that's a lot of sauce. That
Oh,
would
yeah.
last me 3 lifetimes.
And that's just the base. What if you watch her make her spaghetti sauce and stuff? That's just the base of it. When she makes it, then she puts she fries up the onions and garlic and other herbs and stuff, and then she takes out all the herbs and that she put in there.
Now, what's the
that's-
name of this channel?
A Nona or something like that. I can't remember. I'd have to look it up, but
Okay.
it's on TikTok, and I just love watching her videos. And when she talks about her husband, and when she came over, when she was, I think she said she was like 16 when she came over. Then she got married to her husband. Yeah, she makes all kinds of good Italian dishes and stuff.
Now, there's another one that I watch. I have not watched this woman, I'm going to say maybe a month and a half. I cannot pronounce her name, but the name of her channel is Polish Your Kitchen. And she lives in Poland. And she, I mean, man, she's got some good recipes on there also.
Mhm.
And it seems like to me, if I'm not sitting here watching Bigfoot or Lake or yourself or something like that, or what is it, Super Dude 88 or whatever, I'm watching cooking shows. I don't get up there. I really, truly don't watch TV no more. Now, last night, I think was the first time since the beginning of December. It was, I watched the show I hadn't watched in a while. Log cabin, they build log cabins from scratch like that.
Yeah.
Watch that. That's the type of shows I watch. I get into. This here shows with, I don't know if I ought to say it or not, but where he and he dating or she and she, I don't get into them shows. I'm sorry. That's not for me. If y'all are for it, go for it.
Yeah, I used to like Emerald back in the day. Bam, bam.
Yeah, Emerald Lagasse.
Yeah, because he used to do them live shows and it had the music playing sometimes, and have people coming up there testing his food out.
Now, there was one person I've never watched. Oh, what is her name? Julia Childs. I've never watched her.
I couldn't understand half of what she said most of the time.
It sounded like she had bread in her mouth. Oh, I'm sorry.
But
I mean,
she get into it though.
very. Now, I think the all-time favorite that I loved to watch was Justin Wilson.
Mhm.
He
I
was,
was watching him.
yeah, he was one from I'm gonna say Louisiana,
Mhm.
where if he said pour a cup of wine in it, man, he'd end up putting half the bottle in there.
Before it's over with,
And
take
he's-
a drink and
yeah, and he'll stand there
I woke
drinking
up
the
more
wine the
than-
whole time. But he was spicy. Man, no, half that stuff I couldn't eat. I loved to listen. I loved his jokes on there more
Mhm.
than anything.
Yeah. There's something else.
But you know, oh. Let's see, tonight is Wednesday. Nobody comes on tonight, do they?
I'm sure there is, but I don't.
I mean, you know.
Did 101 say he's probably say he's coming on Friday, didn't he?
Yeah, and I sat there and went, we'll see.
Yeah, I got good guests for Friday.
Yeah, I was going to congratulate you then. Shit with it. You know, I think we both was trying to get them. You just got them first.
Yeah,
But, you know, it is what it is. As long as one of us, you know, interviews them. But you are a better interviewer than I am.
well, I don't know about that. I just wing it, and it does better when you just wing it. I mean, there are some people that will actually go and write down a bunch of questions and stuff, but I don't know. It just seems too scripted, and it seems more natural just to wing it.
You're right. I'll give you that. You know, because it seemed like when they sit there and write questions down, it's like a fake interview, so to say.
Yeah.
You know, but now watching them too, it seemed like she's the catbird and he's a little bit more the strict person. Now I may be wrong with that, you know, but I've got they've had a couple of lives and I've emailed them and everything trying
Hey,
to get who?
make
Ah,
some
hey
chat.
lady. Hey lady, how you doing? But I've tried to get some homemade sausage and pork belly off of them, and they don't sell to the public. You know, like that.
I'll be going up there and getting some of them chickens though.
Hey, dude, I am really, truly thinking about going out there and building me a coop of chickens. But my problem is, where would I put them?
The thing is, you got all that grass and everything. You don't. Well, we got vinter chicks in here. They made a tractor, chicken tractor. Just make a chicken tractor. In 6 months, you have a bunch of chickens to eat.
Well, see, my problem is I got chicken hawks out here.
They can't get to them in a chicken tractor.
You know what? I know exactly what you're talking about now. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And the vineyard chicks made one and showed you how to do it with I think PVC pipe.
PVC, yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You don't have to worry about collecting eggs or anything like that. It's just meat birds. Just go get 10 meat birds and stick them in there and move it a couple times a day, depending how much they eat.
Now, don't think I won't skin a chicken. I'll skin one in a heartbeat. I prefer to skin them than to pluck them any day of the week.
Oh yeah. I went and was trying that my first time
Oh no.
to pull the feathers out. And this is before I learned anything. And I'm like yanking on these feathers and they're not coming out. I'm like, how do they pull the feathers out? I see people pulling them out left and right. I said, screw it. I just skinned it.
I've seen Mama do it. When
Well,
oh God.
You have to dunk them in the hot water.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I didn't do that part. And I saw, screw it. It's skinned. And it was done in 5 seconds because it's real easy to skin a chicken.
It is. Just a slice here and a slice there and peel, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I mean, now the way Mama done hers, she got a block of wood and a hatchet.
Oh yeah.
That's how they grew up. That's how they done it. They didn't put them in a cone or nothing like that.
Yeah, that's the same way I did. And then I learned a lesson to tie a string around their leg. As I was chasing that chicken without a head all through the yard trying to catch him.
But now Mama never did. She would decapitate him and throw him out in the yard, and when he got through flopping around, she'd go pick him up.
Well, I didn't want it to, I had a canal out back and I didn't want him to go down in the canal.
Okay. I see where you're going with that one.
Yeah. And I didn't want to have to go down in there. And I was like, and that's how you learn things though. And there was no YouTube or anything like that. And
Nope.
my grandpa never did chickens. He had chickens, but it was always for eggs. He didn't, raise them to eat them.
Layers.
Yeah.
Bubba knows bugs is not the only thing them chickens eat. Trust me on that one. If it's on the ground, regardless what it is, they're gonna eat it.
Oh yeah. And that same canal had a bunch of crawdads in there. I'm going to tell you, the eggs from them chickens was the best eggs I've ever had.
Really?
Because they would go down in that canal and eat all those crawdads and things. They would go up and down when I let them out, they would go up and down the canal area and just munch like crazy.
Well, you know what?
And then when I let them in, and then the next day I come out there to get eggs, many eggs. I didn't have no molten or anything like that. It's because they had all that protein from eating that stuff. And that's where I learned about when chickens stop laying eggs, you give them more protein.
Yeah. Now, the funny thing about it, if I start raising chickens, I don't know if I want a rooster in the pen to begin with or not. But then again, a good rooster will take care of his flock. You know it and I know it. But I don't want
you too.
Yeah, they will. But I don't want a bunch of little chicks running around either right yet.
Cause you make them loose as me and dog get out.
I'd love to have chickens.
And you
But
live in the
no,
city.
I can't. They won't let me have them.
If you got them in your house, and ain't nobody gonna know.
They would know. They would know around here. I got really nosy neighbors.
So ain't none of us keeping those
You know,
chickens.
when I was coming up, we lived in the city. Mom and Daddy lived in the city a little bit. And I think it was 3 incidents. We had nosy neighbors, and it was a couple of things I did inside my house. They quit being nosy. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, you go to jail for that kind of stuff, Jeff.
Yeah, you can now.
But I've thought about, because I have a section in my basement that it's very odd. I'll just put it that way. Would be a good area to grow or raise chickens. But then I remember one time I went and got a dozen chickens from Tractor Supply. Every one of them were roosters.
Oh no, really? Man, that was some good eating, wasn't it? Hang on to one rooster and try to go buy you some what do they call them? Pullets? Females? No,
Hens.
pullets, babies.
Hens.
That's it.
Yeah,
Look,
I went.
I'll catch up with you quick.
Yeah, I went and went back there and told them. I said every one of them were hens, or I mean roosters. And they well, we can't tell which ones are which. And they said we'll give you 6 more. And I ended up with 2 hens and four more roosters.
Oh no.
But I had the 4 hens, and that was great.
Man, I don't want to say it like this, but it sounds like to me, them hens got to work out.
Well, there we didn't have that many roosters after a while. I ended up having one rooster and 4 hens.
Oh, okay. Now we do have a few hatcheries down here. I will, like I said, the county I'm living in, I would say it's the chicken capital of North Carolina. If you don't believe me, drive through on a hot summer day with your window down.
Now I've got somebody. Well, he's been in chat before. Jake from Nunya, Texas. He's offered to give me quail eggs to send them up to me whenever I get a place where I can have them.
Dude, I'd be looking 24/7.
Oh, I'm always looking.
But it's the price that's holding you back. And just remember, the longer you wait, the higher it's going to be.
Actually, prices went down, but
really,
yeah, it's still if you find something, it goes in, especially property not in a city, it goes extremely fast.
you know, you said 80% accuracy. That may be for other places, but for here, good luck.
Yeah,
if it goes bok across the yard, to them, it's a chicken. They don't know if it's a hen or a rooster.
They don't say either or. It's just chicks. That's it.
Yeah.
Same with turkeys or anything.
You know, and I did not know this for a long period of time. It was illegal to hunt a turkey with a 22. When I target practiced, I always targeted with a 22. And back then, I had 1, maybe 2 failures. That was it. Rest of them, I got pretty good. And the people I was with are the ones that got the birds because I didn't want them.
That's how we used to. But down where my grandpa was, there was no game warden or anything like that.
Boy, it
So
was
if you've seen
really-
a turkey, I mean, my grandpa did have a 12 gauge, but he would
Yeah.
rather use the 22. And
Yeah.
every time, and that, you know how the turkeys get bob their heads and whatnot.
Yeah.
He would in one eye out the other,
Yeah.
and I was
You got
like,
to time it.
and I'd say, "Oh, you missed it," and then all of a sudden it'd flop over, and I'm like, "Oh."
Well, now, when I first started hunting, it was with a 12 gauge breakdown single shot. Okay. I got good at it. It wasn't a challenge no more. So I grabbed a 22. And then it got to the point that wasn't a challenge. I always hit what I aimed at. And I always used iron sight, no scopes, no nothing. And somebody made a comment, well, why don't you go hunting with a bow and arrow? And I thought, all right, that sounds pretty good. Well, let me tell you something. Do not shoot a squirrel on the side of a tree about 20 foot up in the air. Because you will ping that squirrel to the tree. You done lost your arrow and you done lost the meat.
You're supposed to use a blunt arrow for squirrels.
That's all I used was blunts. Even well, hold on. Let me back up. I'm talking arrow tips. I'm not talking about the other type blunts now. You know, like it, I've never used a razor or nothing like it.
Yeah, the blunts will knock them out well, it'll kill them, but sometimes it'll bury them. It basically doesn't go through them.
Well, let me rephrase that. Now I know what you're talking about. You go to Walmart and buy arrows. You got those practice arrows. It's kind of got points on. That's what I used.
Oh yeah, that'll go through them.
Yeah.
Even though it's a practice arrow, that you can actually take a deer down with those.
Oh yeah, you can. But there is one type I've always wanted to try my hand at, and that was crossbow.
I've done the crossbow and everything. I've seen even the aluminum ones explode. And,
Really?
yeah. All it takes is a stress fracture in it, in the bolt itself, and that thing just goes, and shards of aluminum fly everywhere.
So it's more dangerous than it is helpful.
Well, I'm not saying it's you have to really go over the equipment a lot before you use it. It's not something that you pick up and go out and boom, you go and take something out. You actually pay attention to the bolts and the string and the arm thing. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, trust me. I know.
And the bows are, you pull it back and you stretch it, and you can kind of you can judge it.
Can you hold on for 1 second? I want to say something right quick. If anybody is wanting to get into water bathing, please go to Make It Make. This lady is awesome. She knows what she's talking about. You know, you got canning it, but if you got no power and you got a lot of food that you want to save before it spoils, go watch Make It Make water bath. She, like I said, she's off the hook. She's good. And if you don't mind, TH2 just dropped a link to Make It Make. So please go to her channel, like and subscribe to her. I really, truly do not think y'all going to be disappointed with this lady. I had to say that because she was saying she had to go. It was a good time being up here, but I had to drop that before she left. So, but, come think about it, they ain't hardly nothing that she has not done canning bad.
Yeah. Did you see the bread? The bread?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the bread. She said she went and bought a can of it to see how it tasted.
Yeah.
And she said it tasted like Raisin Bran.
Yeah, pretty much.
So she canned some pumpkin bread.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do it, and I told her about it last time. She was up on mine or yours. I can't remember.
It was one of us because I remember it being talked about. If I thought about it, I would have asked her, would she like to come up for a few minutes or so, you know, kind of promote her channel.
I know she has something to do too.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure she did, you know. But if she's still up here, you want to come on, just say something in chat, you know. Right now, the door's always open. And I'm surprised she come up tonight. Oh,
Well,
bush
she
crap.
probably wanted to show up to show you it was her.
Yeah, we got it straightened out. I'd have to tell you about that in the back room.
Oh, I already know.
Oh, do you? Okay. Okay. But yeah.
Boy, there are some. Look at that. I got a stink bug crawling up on my mic.
Oh, Lord.
Don't inhale.
Good thing cats are not over here. They'd be freaking out.
I would be hearing the microphone being knocked around the floor there.
I don't know if you'd be able to see it here. See him?
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck is that?
You know them little boogers will bite your tail.
I don't know. I've never had one bite me.
Oh, trust me, I have.
Well, he
They
crawled.
They will bite.
Now wait until he gets up here, see if you can hear him.
No, he's still there. He's going east to west now instead of north to south.
Yeah. You should have put on there we had a special guest tonight. Stinky himself.
B. Charmer says she calls him shield bug.
Where the heck does he go?
Oh, he's right smack dab in the middle.
Oh, okay. I see him there.
He's moving. Yeah, he's moving to your left. He's going north now. I take odds he don't make it to the top. Damn, he done disappeared.
There he is.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Well, I tried to grab him by the antenna and it come off.
Hey, you ever played thumps in school?
Oh, there he goes. Okay, can you hear him?
No. Wait a minute.
He's just looking at me.
I see him.
Well,
on
he's
that
on this side now.
He's playing peekaboo with you. Flick him off. Wait a minute, hold it. If you
I
flick
have
him
cats
off,
in
turn,
here. The cats will
turn
go
the
nuts.
camera off. Turn your camera off because it could be cruel to animals.
Right.
No, he didn't fly.
Yeah, you got him.
Right there.
I don't know where he went. Oh well.
Looked like he went straight up.
No, he went up and then hit the monitor and fell back down. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, TH2 says he hoped the bug don't pee on your mic. You know, that reminds me. You see all these singers up on TV that it looks like they're trying to swallow that mic. I wonder how many bugs and rats and stuff on them mics.
Yeah. Well, it depends how they, because some people like, and I'm not gonna hear. They rest it on their chin.
Yeah.
That way they get the same volume. But there are some that actually use the mic the right way. When they sing, they move it out and in to where they get different tones.
Like Reba does. Reba McEntire did. But then again, you've got what was her name? I can't even think of her.
Look at B Charming want me to smush it. I don't want that stinking in here. Yeah, the cats won't kill it either. The cats just smack it around for a while and it flies around and they go crazy looking for it.
Them cats ain't that dumb. They know what it smells like.
Yeah.
Just like a full-grown dog won't mess with a skunk, but you let a pup get up around that skunk.
No, you have one of those what was it? Electric,
Yeah, go get you electric fly swatter.
whatever one call them.
Oh, you got one. You got one. They don't stink when they electric fly swatter.
Yeah. You're frying it up.
That's it. Just like I did with that hornet. So, what have you got in mind to plant this year in your garden?
I've been thinking about it. Of course, I'm gonna grow the same thing I usually grows. The main things: tomatoes, peppers. It's the other stuff.
Well,
like beans. I had enough beans because I would love to have, a big enough area to grow enough beans to can.
Bush beans.
Well, green beans and yellow waxes. Those are my two favorite ones to can. But okay. I went down to this area where you can buy bushels of it. Not very thrilled about it because I do know they use they do spray.
Yeah.
But I went down there and I was going to get some, but they didn't look right. And I said no, and I changed my mind. Now I did talk to Amish ladies up here, and they're supposed to be growing some stuff and to sell. And I asked them if they would, do bushels, and they don't put they don't spray or put anything on them.
No, that's the good thing about Amish foods. They don't put no GMO or pesticides or nothing
Yeah.
else on what they're growing.
And
And
they're supposed to
which I
and
thought,
their bushels are different than what I thought their bushel was. Theirs are a big basket
yes.
for $25, and I said, that'll work.
You serious? $25 for one of them? But dude, we may be coming to Ohio before the summer.
You'll have to grow a beard.
I'll just follow you around up
Because they have little baskets that are $14
Really?
for a little basket. Well, not now, but when the season is. But they said that they would sell me a bushel for $25. I said, yeah, that's good. And they said, this is our bushel. And she showed me the basket. I was like, oh yeah.
I'll take two of them. That'd be enough to last me for a couple of years.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them to grow the yellow wax beans. So if that's the case, I'll do both.
Well, see, I know your growing season and ours down here is a little bit different. But when do you normally put cabbage and lettuce in the ground? Is it during the fall, or is it the spring, or both?
Lettuce I grow in the house. Out if it's cabbage, and that's why I'm actually thinking about growing heads of cabbages this year.
Huh.
I think I'm going to do it in the buckets though, where I had my peppers and stuff. Because the peppers used up a lot of fertilizer, and I don't think the cabbage would use up as much.
Well, I know buckets around here is at least $6 a pop. They get expensive after a while.
It depends. Rural King has, and that's a good thing. Rural King has the buckets, and half the money goes to veterans.
Okay, I can deal with.
And they're $2.99.
But you either got to use either Lowe's or the other one, because we don't have a Rural King around here.
Well, if you can, grocery stores that have, the potato salad and the already made up stuff, you can ask them for their buckets.
They are like $2 a pop.
Well, they're still cheaper, and they're the heavy duty food grades.
Yeah,
they'll last longer than what you get at Lowe's.
Home Depot. That's one I was thinking about. I bought buckets at Lowe's, and I bought buckets at Home Depot, and I prefer Home Depot. The certain fact is the lids that they got has got that rubber seal in it. To where Lowe's, I've never seen a rubber seal in a lid at Lowe's.
Well, there's a lid that's for preppers that are better. I can't remember the name of it, but it actually,
You twist them.
yeah, it twists off. It has
Yeah.
an outside part to where it has the rubber seal on it, and then you can screw it on and off.
Now, I was going to invest in a couple of them one year, and
Yeah.
I looked at the price of them, and trust me,
Gamma lids.
yeah, they not cheap.
Oh yeah, they went way up since 2020 thing.
29. Yeah. I wonder if they've come back down on price or anything.
No, prices don't go back down.
Hey, check it out on Temu. See if they got any.
I don't know.
It's not Omega.
Oh, you already checked?
No. I was reading what Robert Bates posted.
Oh,
You know what? Give me a second. Let me get up. Oh, shut up.
oh yeah, he's real friendly. Oh. And he just got done eating, so usually after he gets done eating, he has to cuddle.
Be petted.
Yeah.
He got
Oh.
Okay, let me see. Meat grinder. Yeah, I still got to get me one deal.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Gamma seal is evidently they do sell them.
What Temu does?
Yeah,
What are you looking for?
$3.84. Wait a minute, hold on. That's something different.
You gotta be careful what you order.
Oh, I know. Okay, I may have. Well, I tell you what, dude. They do have mason jar lids for sale on there.
Oh, I wouldn't trust those.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
I don't see no gamma lids on there. All I see is for the mason jars and it look 6-piece, no, wooden lids. I'll have to sit here and really go through it.
They got one, but it's for trapping mice. Oh, that's a nifty little thing, though.
Oh, I've seen those, yeah. 10-piece lids, white mouth, a wide mouth. No. I've got gamma seal lids, but yet nothing's coming up.
They don't have them like without.
Yeah, that's what they go on 5-gallon buckets. They turn tight. Now I see the electric vacuum sealer for jars. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking of ordering one of those to see how
The
they
big
work.
round one that fits on
Yeah.
top of there. Yeah.
Because that brake bleeder, it wears your hands out after the third jar.
Yeah, and that's if you get the rechargeable, because I've got the little one for bags and things.
Yeah.
Which is good because I can, like a bag of chips or something. If you got one of those seal things to where you run
Right.
it across and seal it, or you can use a hair straightener thing and then poke a hole in it and you seal it with that little sealer. Oh, works good. And it's rechargeable. And that's the main thing. And I've got I've got solar panels. It was actually, I might have one here.
Grape jams, don't even try with the free gifts because that's a ripoff. I've tried it 2 or 3 times. I've got it, but yet you've got to get something like 5 different people to order or whatever. You do not get your free gifts. I've done tried it. That's
Well,
the only
I go for the
way.
discount. I don't go for the gifts
Yeah.
because you can get the gifts, the discounts every time.
Now, Robert says gamma lids are on Amazon for either $11 or $12.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No.
Yeah, the thing that Jeff and them were doing, I have no idea because I never did any of that stuff. I think it's more like a pyramid thing. But like I said,
Yeah.
I go after the discounts where it gives you like, if you spend $20, you get $5 off or something like that.
Yeah. Now, grape jams, there is 2 or 3 more people I know that has done that with Timu, and including myself, and none of us has got the free gifts. And let me back up. I know I've seen it. Okay. Shinoa wants to know what's your take on water glazing eggs. Have you tried it?
Water glazing eggs.
If I pronounce that right. I've heard people talk about it. I've seen videos on it, but I've never watched one. I have no idea what it's about. Water glazing eggs. Yeah. And if you do buy
is that where you put use lime water and stuff to, or mineral oil you put in there to make the eggs last a long time?
I don't know.
I just pickle them. I don't do any of that other stuff.
I quit eating pickled eggs when I quit going to bars.
Well, the best ones are the quail eggs. You just, oh man, you eat them all day long.
Shinoa said yes, preserving eggs.
Yeah, I never did it. I mean it. You get so many. If you have chicken, you get so many eggs. It's like,
You can't give them away fast enough.
yeah. It's if you're feeding the chickens well, and even you'll get a spurt in the wintertime to when they stop laying eggs because the shock of the cold. But if you feed them through that, give them more protein, they'll continue to lay eggs through the winter. I know there's a lot of people who say that they won't, but I don't know. Once I found out you give them a lot of protein, they will produce eggs like crazy.
Well, now look, this just come up in my mind. If you've got laying hens, okay, and you got a pretty decent size a house that they staying in, would you say put a heater in there or not?
No.
Okay.
So many times people lose their flock because chickens are just as bad as cats. They see something and they got to go check it out. They tip over that heater or something, or there are some that I would rather use a light bulb, and it's really hard to find a regular light bulb nowadays that puts out heat.
Yeah.
And you have to be very careful of it because the chickens will still hit that thing and knock it down or whatever. But like the vineyard chicks was talking about leaving their poop through the winter, and you cover up with bedding, which is wood.
And more.
Mm-hmm.
It's wood chips. You cover it up, and it turns that into compost. And that their poop itself, with the bedding, will turn into compost, which will create heat. And most chickens are suitable for cold weather already. The only problems they have is with their feet and their little thingamabobs that's on their heads, and
The cones.
or their little wiggly things, whatever they call.
Yeah, it's called a cone.
Oh, and their little beard.
And Lake says it's 12 degrees up there where she's at, and it feels like 2 degrees. You can keep that type of cold up there.
And I mean, when I had chickens, and this was in Ohio, we had some really cold, and all you have to make sure that where they're living, because they'll scrunch up against each other and keep themselves warm up on their little thingamabiggers they stand on.
Uh-huh. Man, you should have watched 101 last night. I asked him, I said, right now, if you was to go outside and stand in the snow, how deep is it on you? And he said, it's, what did he say? Something like around the calf of his leg. And I said, I was just wondering. He said, why? I said, because I got a friend of mine who lives up in that area that she said the snow come up to her abdomen.
Because it's not.
Yeah, and I didn't get to go to the punchline about his height and everything. He cut me off real quick.
Theirs is worse than his.
Yeah.
They got more snow than Michigan is closer to Ohio, so I mean they still get the snow and everything, but it's not as much as where vineyard chicks
Northern Michigan. Okay.
Yeah, here it's no more than there, and then
Shit, it's snowing in the mountains, but not here. And from where we live to the mountains, about 3 hours. No. About an hour and a half, 2 hour drive, depending on how many highway patrol is on the road.
a couple hours, 3 hours.
So,
Depending.
Wildlife said 101's calves is only a foot off the ground. And if he's not standing in the ditch.
If he stands in a ditch, he needs a life preserver.
It'd be over his head. What? It's supposed to get down. Yeah. Now that's about how cold it's supposed to get here tonight. It's about 25. But now Saturday night into Sunday morning, about 10, 12 degrees. And a few minutes before the stream tonight, I went outside and looked, and it said 30 degrees, but I'm going to tell you what, it felt like about 20 or 25. And it did not take me long to look at the thermometer. I've got PJs and a t-shirt on. That's it. I went out there and looked, come right back in the house. And that was the only time I went outside today. But it's, quarter till 30 minutes. But I'm kind of going to go ahead and cut it. Let everybody do what they got to do before night time.
Night time.
Yeah, go to bed. Let them take the shower, the bath, or run out there and get a bucket of snow to take a shower with. Whatever.
Well, I'll go ahead and put the Vineyard Chicks video. I should be doing mine here whenever my seeds come in.
Okay.
Because it's
Now,
a little bit different from theirs. It's pretty much the same though.
okay. Now, Friday night, what time are you going to be on? And is it too early to say who you're going to have?
No, I've already got it scheduled and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's True Grit Appalachian Way, or Appalachian Way, or something like that. I've showed them on my channel a few times about how they do things and their way of living and stuff like that.
Now, that's the way they do it. That's the way I was taught how to do it.
Mm-hmm. And that's way that, and they say this may be the right way or not the right way, but this is how I was taught from my grandmother or my grandfather, and that's how they were taught from their grandfather. And so it goes back many generations. And they live in the same house that his grandpa.
Yeah. A chicken noodle girl says it's 59 degrees where she's at right now, and the high is supposed to be 73 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's Phoenix.
Okay. I keep forgetting where she lives at.
Yeah. Well, just outside of Phoenix, but pretty much the same area. But although if you live in Phoenix, it's even hotter. Well, normally in the summertime. I think in the wintertime too. It's hotter in the city than it is on the outskirts because all the cement and everything heats up, and it's warmer. It's usually 10, 20 degrees warmer in the city.
Now, don't the highs out there at times hit about 120, 115, somewhere along in there?
Oh yeah.
Man, our asphalt will melt your tires if it got that hot here.
They don't have asphalt. They can't because your cars will be sinking in it.
What do? Got cement?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I know that's the way the roads used to be here with cement. And
well, up here you can't have cement because it'd just be a brittle mess.
Yeah. But all right.
Yeah, I used to go roofing in 120, 125, 130 degree weather.
You can have that roofing. I didn't try it. It ain't for me.
Yeah.
Now, Lake Files, are y'all gonna go live Saturday night or not? I'm not sure about that. But then you go live again Monday night at what, 7 o'clock? And
I think Vineyard Chicks are going to start going live on Sunday too, at 6. I think is what they said.
okay.
I went ahead and put their link in there earlier. They
Okay.
post the time and stuff there.
They did.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, Lake.
Oh, here it is. Sunday at 6 p.m. Yeah.
Is it Bigfoot Lake or is it Bigfoot? Okay, Dig Deeper is live Thursday, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we've got you going live Friday with True Grit.
8 o'clock.
Lake Files going live Saturday at 8 o'clock. And is Vineyard Chicks going to go live this Sunday or?
I don't know. Grape
Okay.
Jam, she's in here. Are they going live this Sunday or is it after the collab starts?
Then we got you.
Oh, there's Vineyard Chicks there.
Stay warm, keep everything. I'm going to go live this Sunday, Vineyard Chicks. I'm back starting to hurt a little bit. Joyful Noise Sunday at 10:30 a.m.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Once the collab starts going,
okay,
Sunday at 6 p.m.
Gotcha. Then you're going live Monday at 7, and then I'll go live again.
Yeah.
Wednesday at 7. And then we start all over again.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks. Try to stay warm, stay safe, keep your head on a swivel. And once again, I'm going to steal the phrase. God bless each and every one of you.
Oh, there you go. Next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Okay. At 6 p.m. So let's see, days what, 17th? So that will be the 28th.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Yeah. Day before my dad's birthday.
Ah, okay. And 2 days before my mama's birthday.
My dad used to say he was born on a leap year, and I keep telling him, I said, that's February, not January.
Yeah, but this is leap year. TJ, wait a minute.
Huh?
Oh, evidently she's talking to somebody else. I thought. Okay. All right. Everybody have a good evening. And y'all be safe. Out.